Okay, what we're looking at today is the Aqua Quest Mariner 10-liter dry bag. This is a really, the Mariner series bags are really unique, and I'm finding that I appreciate these quite a bit. Now, the only one that I have is this 10-liter version. They make a 20 and a 30-liter version of this bag. The colors are black and green seem to be available in all three sizes, and then there are some pictures on their website of a yellow version of this bag, and I don't know what size that is. This wasn't too terribly expensive. The material it's made out of is a PVC fabric, and all the seams are welded because, well, you know, PVC melts together. You can weld it to itself. So this is a 100% waterproof dry bag with some really nifty options. First of all, there's a grab handle. That's darn handy to be able to just grab your dry bag and go like a, like a duffel bag. And then it also has some backpack straps on it. The bag is empty right this moment, so it may ride a little oddly when I show this to you, but it has some nice backpack straps, and what I've found so far in my testing is that this is perfectly appropriate for, maybe 10 pounds of gear. The bag weighs 1 pound. This one does. The larger versions are slightly heavier. I think the 20 liter is 1.3 pounds and the 30 liter is 1.5 pounds or 1.6 maybe. This bag weighs 1 pound, and then today I've been carrying around about 6.5 pounds of other gear in it. So my total weight today was 7.5 pounds, and I was very, very comfortable in, I was out creek fishing all day. I've been very comfortable in heavy brush, and while I was fishing, I didn't always have to take this off my back to cast and to do those chores like putting a fish on a stringer or cleaning the fish. I was able to just keep this with me all day, and that was perfect. I was beating around in the brush today, and this has been perfectly abrasion resistant. There's hardly a mark on it. And then, I didn't really test the puncture resistance. I didn't stab this with any branches or anything like that. But it's PVC. The fabric is a PVC fabric, so this is waterproof and abrasion proof, or resistant I should say, and puncture resistant, and very, very durable, strong stuff. Okay, I'm going to give you an idea of what will fit in here and show you how dry bag works again. I've got another dry bag video where I've shown this, but this bag is about 8 inches of diameter. It's about 8 inches around, and then when the top is folded up to make your waterproof seal, you've got about 15.5 inches of, so your volume is your 8-inch diameter times your 15 inches tall, and you can do the math yourself. Now, to make a dry bag work, you fold it over 3 times, and in this one's case, there is a compression buckle that snaps shut, and then there are some D-rings on the outside of this that you can see here, so you can secure this, in your kayak or your canoe, or maybe even on your four-wheeler, or wherever you might want to have it. What I think this is best for really is water people, whether it's kayakers or canoeists or people who do other water sports like water skiing and jet skiing and those sort of things, or fishermen who go out on the lake or do some river fishing, maybe in a drift boat, or that. That's pretty much what this thing's best use is. What I really like about it is not only will it keep all your stuff dry when you're out on the water or in the water, it also has some nice options to carry it around. And I found these backpack straps to be just perfect. They're adjustable both top and bottom. There's a strap on the top and a strap on the bottom. And I'm a pretty big guy. I'm barrel chested. I'm well over 200 pounds, and I was able to get this to fit me just nicely with some room to spare both on the top and the bottom adjuster. So I think you could be quite a bit larger than me and get this comfortable. And you know, since I'm only about halfway through the adjustments, I think you could be quite a lot smaller than me and get this to fit quite nicely. This is reflective. The white part on both of the straps is reflective, and the Aqua Quest logo is reflective. So those of you who are concerned about that sort of safety, having some reflective on you when you're out, maybe you're riding your mountain bike or walking or hiking along a road, you know, this will show up in people's headlights or in a searchlight. So, you know, good to know. Reflective on there. That's pretty nice. Now I'll give you a look at what I was able to fit in this dry bag for the day. I might have already shown you some footage of me wearing this while I was creek fishing. I was in some relatively dense brush this afternoon. I've been out for five and a half hours or so fishing along, you know, just a creek bottom here at my dad's farm. And I'll show you what I carried with me today, and then I'll tell you my final thoughts. Okay, let's get you an idea of what 10 liters of stuff might look like, you know, if you were going to carry 10 liters of stuff. What I've got here, and you've probably seen some videos on some of these items, this is my DD Superlight tarp, and all of its accessories are in its bag. This is my GSI minimalist cook set with, you know, can of gas and the stove and some coffees in there. I've got a Mountain House meal with me, and along with that some more nutrition, a couple of Cliff bars and a fig bar. Got a little bit of extra cordage, you know, in case I needed some cordage out that wasn't tucked away with that tarp. Got some fishing items, you know, just a little box full of lures and whatnot. Weighs about 5 ounces there, 5.5 ounces of fishing gear. There's my, I did a video on that. That's my rain jacket. That's my Paradox Elite men's rain jacket. That little kit has a fire kit and a Sawyer water filter with a couple of extra water bags in it. And here's an empty 16-ounce Nalgene bottle that I've been carrying with me in that pack today. And then there are my Z-Packs Ultralight tent poles. One of them just fell through. There's a spoon to eat a meal with. And then that's my Spider Coast street buoy, one of my Spider Coast street buoys. I own a few of those. And my Silky Super Excel 210 millimeter Super Excel saw. That's a nice saw. Okay, so we went over the specifications and details of the Aqua Quest Mariner 10-liter pack. I talked about not just the materials that it's made out of, but also, you know, who I think this product is good for. Along those lines, you know, did I find any shortcomings? The one thing that I'll say, you know, that might be a shortcoming, specifically for a hot day like today. It was pushing 90 degrees today. I didn't get any severe weather, you know, and I've talked in previous videos about why I carry some of the gear that I carry, and that's in case of thunderstorms and things like that. And I think that that's also was a part of the reason I chose a waterproof bag to carry it in. Was one, my activity that I intend this for, which is creek fishing, and two, the potential for severe thunderstorms that I have in this area specifically. That is why I'm, you know, why I put everything in a dry bag, was that I'm going to be around water, and I want to keep all this stuff dry, even if there's tough weather. What I noticed on a hot day like today, carrying this on my back, you know, there's nothing between you and it. This is this PVC material is very much like vinyl. It's not breathable at all, and this is right on your back. So you end up with a big sweaty patch where you're carrying this on your back. The shoulder straps were very comfortable. I was pretty pleased with that. You know, and I used this grab handle a few times. When I did set this bag down, it was nice to, I could carry this bag because I don't have a lot of stuff in it. It's like 7 pounds of stuff or less. You know, I could grab this handle and my fishing rod in one hand and no problem. I really like this, but again, the one downside I can see here is that on warmer days, when it's not cold and wet and nasty outside, if you're just using this as a day bag, yeah, it's you're gonna get pretty sweaty where this is in contact with you. I would say that maybe that makes it not perfectly appropriate for, say, mountain bikers, unless they're, you know, in places like the Cascade Mountains or you know, somewhere out in Washington or Oregon or you know, on the East Coast, maybe around Maine, where it can be cold and wet at the same time, where you're getting cold weather with rain. Coastal stuff like that. Where I live, we don't really have a whole lot of that. There's spring rain where, you know, it's pretty chilly, and then, you know, by fall, if it rains at all, it just turns into snow, and then it's time for different gear. But that's it. That's about all I have to say about this particular device. I purchased this for my crick fishing gear for a new day bag, and it's going to suit my purposes perfectly. I like everything about this. It's just a dump bag, you know. There's no organization, there's no pockets, there's no compartments. This is just a bag. And then, you know, you saw some of the stuff I've been keeping in it. I can keep it organized in other ways with little organizers, stuff sacks, whatever might be necessary. But this is just a bag, just a dump bag. There's nothing in here but a hole. And I like that. I like how simple this is. I like how easy it is to seal up. I did throw this in the creek a couple times. I did not get any footage of that. You know, I guess, you know, maybe I could take the hose to it here, you know, where we're at. I could spray it with the hose, but there's no need. This is completely waterproof, and there might be some other videos on YouTube. I think there is one. I forgot the name of the channel, but I think I've seen the fella take a pressure wash. He hung this up in a car wash where there was handheld pressure washers, and hosed the heck out of it. He might have had a couple rolls of paper towel inside to prove that it didn't let any water in. Well, the type of material that it is, you know, it's just not gonna. This is like a real thick vinyl. It's PVC. You roll this over 3 times to seal the top, and you can even submerge it, you know, I don't know, probably not to any huge depth. I wouldn't sink it 20 feet with some, you know, I wouldn't dive with it probably, but this is perfectly waterproof. It's very nice. Okay, that's it. That's what I've got to say about this product. I think that there are a lot of outdoorsmen who would benefit from a nice dry bag like this, and then the fact that it's kind of unique with not just a grab handle to carry it like luggage, but also having some shoulder straps to be able to get that weight on your back and, you know, have your hands free to do other things. Yeah, I think that that's innovative and really quite ingenious. I found it to be perfectly durable in my testing so far, and perfectly waterproof in my testing so far, and it was worth what I paid for it, which wasn't a whole lot. I got it on sale not too long ago from Aqua Quest website for something around $39, I think. It was something in that neighborhood. It's not very expensive, and it's very worthwhile for the money that I paid. I really appreciate the time you folks take watching these videos. I appreciate the nice things people say down in the comments and on the forums that I participate in. I really think you folks are very, very kind to me with your time and your interest in these products and these topics that I talk about. If this information was useful to you, I'd appreciate it if you'd click that like button down there. And if you aren't currently a subscriber, think about hitting that subscribe button as well. I've got some more videos coming up that might be interesting to you. Okay, again, I really appreciate your time. I hope the rest of your day goes really, really well. Bye-bye now.